this radio podcast, there's a lot of times that I'll go off topic and get into discussing things, current events and things of that nature. And I just want to talk about just one particular person who I know I'm gonna get a lot of hate mail for, and people are gonna be on Twitter and Facebook and dragging me through the mud and throwing me under the bus, and that's Oprah Winfrey. I mean, this woman is beautiful inside out. I mean, if African American woman was my thing, then she'd probably be in my top 10 to date. And I'm not talking looks or anything. I mean, I could, I'm 5'8" and 260 pounds, and of course I can use some exercise, and so in no way, shape, or form am I trying to talk about this woman's weight, which goes up and down. Which is what I want to talk about, and it's the lifestyle that most people live. It gives no right for other people to try and push that on them. And Oprah Winfrey is one whom has a lot of political influence. She has a lot of spiritual influence. Granted, this woman gave away, 700 cars to her studio audience. They had to pay taxes on it, but what's the big deal on that? I mean, a lot of people complained about that, and she got a tax write-off for it, and so, she came out big on top. But my whole thing about Oprah Winfrey is, is spiritually speaking, she pushes it on you, and she accepts every single thing. And those of you that know me remember I talked about what my spiritual background was, and being a Roman Catholic, and things of that nature, and going by the good book. And I don't push that on anyone. That's just what I practice. That's what I do. I live by it. As I said before, you sit down, you shut up, you do what the good book says, and you move on and you live your life. And in no way or shape or form am I trying to change anything. I've talked about Phil Jackson on this show, and the Zen movement that he uses, and how he gets his players to play, and they buy into that. And so if that works for him, then good for him. But when it comes to political parties, and Oprah pushes that on her show, and she pushed Obama, she pushed Ruben Studdard, she pushes all these books upon you with Dr. Phil and Dr. Oz and things like that, and anything that you don't agree with Oprah, then you're not good. And my girlfriend is one who, I mean, she loves Oprah, she loves Ellen DeGeneres, and anytime these two women get together, and talking about my girlfriend and these talk show hosts as Oprah Winfrey and Ellen DeGeneres, not so much Ellen DeGeneres. I mean, she has her lifestyle, and she lives it how she wants to live it. She's married to a woman, and that's her business, and she doesn't push it on anyone else. And she's one to tell you straight up that this is who I am, this is who I'm going to be, and I'm not going to let anybody change that. And there's nothing wrong with Ellen DeGeneres saying that, because if she wants to be a stand-up young lady or a young man or whatever she wants to call herself, then she should go ahead and do that. But in no way, shape, or form should Oprah Winfrey be available to use her show and have a platform for social media to pick Ruben Studdard to win, for Obama to win the presidency of the United States, or even to have guys like the Chicago Bulls and Miami Heat on there after they've won their first championship, because you don't do it for anyone else. I didn't see her trying to track down Dirk Nowitzki when he won his first championship, and that I didn't see. Tom Brady wasn't on her show, and I don't know if this woman is racially biased, where she's just not choosing. But I was a Clay Aiken fan. Clay Aiken's going against Ruben Studdard, and all she's doing is she's talking Ruben the whole time during that second season of the American Idol run. And I think it's just totally biased. I think Oprah Winfrey is terrible for doing that. I'm not going to say she's a bad person all around. I think she's a good person with a pure heart. I don't know if there's any ulterior motives behind that, but she's been with this guy Stedman for a lot of years, and there's had to be something behind why you're not going to marry this guy. And the only thing I can think of is because she doesn't want to lose her billions and billions of dollars. dollars to whatever it is she's trying to hold on to. But you know, and my whole point in saying this is that you know, if people want to eat what they want to eat, then they shouldn't have to listen to Oprah and watch Dr. Oz because, you know, she announces that Dr. Oz says this, you should watch this, and this is what I do. She puts out a book and she loses 60 pounds and then she gains it again a year later and then blames it on a depression issue she was going through, and everyone feels sorry for her. And here's the thing about Oprah is that you know, my girlfriend had a sister-in-law that went through, you know, tragedies years ago, and she wrote into Oprah and didn't get a response. And it was something personal that she felt that Oprah could help her with because Oprah had some of the same type of background that this young lady had. And that's when red flags went up, and you know, and Oprah, you know, she does a lot of good things for a lot of good people. She helps out organizations and opens up a school for girls in Africa and things like that. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's just that, you know, she shouldn't be put up on a pedestal for what she does. There's a lot of people that do a lot of good in the community. And the only thing I can say about Oprah Winfrey is that, you know, open it up to other cultures and you know, don't push yourself and use your show as a platform. And I know she said she retired, but that's a bunch of crap. Oprah hasn't retired. You know, my girlfriend watches this channel. It's called OWN, Oprah Winfrey Network, and she's, you know, using a lot of this stuff. You know, she has a lot of religious shows that come on. You know, this haunted mansion type, the religious type thing that comes on. She has the Where Are They Now? You got the likes of LaToya Jackson on there. You got they have the Facts of Life on there, which I call the Facts of Life because all of them got fat and nasty looking, except for Blair. You know, Blair got fat and lost some weight. But, you know, Oprah, you know, she's still using it as a platform. And like I said, I take nothing nothing away from her. She's beautiful inside out. She'd be in my top 10 if I were going to talk to any African-American woman. But, yeah, I'm not into that sort of thing. And, you know, I love my girlfriend and you know, but Oprah needs to, you know, she needs to check herself and realize a lot of times she's hurting people when she thinks she's helping them.